Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business. And let's wake up the football gods this morning. You know, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I'm going to start ignoring the trolls, but I want to set the record straight. It's so funny because people use me to try and get themselves more followers, subscribers. That's fine. That's good. I mean, that's saying that you're doing something. But there's this one troll that acts like I sleep with my teddy bear and I hug my teddy bear and everything else. Let me explain something to you about the origin of the teddy bear. Susie and Fernando, two great fans, and I have some incredible fans out there. They met me at the Super Bowl. They gave me a Starbucks gift card. I still need to go to Starbucks. I got to use that gift card. And they also got me Joe Bear here as a gift. Just like there's so many different fans up there. I have a fan that gave me the plaque, the 3D image of the AT&T Stadium. Stuart Morrison ended up sending the autograph picture of 88, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Zeppelin fans sent me the Tom Landry piece. Of course, we have the football gods as well as the prop pistol and everything else. There's so many different people out there to thank, and it's because of great fans and friends and things that I have that. So you can go through and try and say, oh, you got your tape back. Yeah, that shows that I have friends and people, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. The reason why this channel has grown, I've been able to get more equipment and evolve, is because of great friends and things like that. So while you're on Twitter trying to get people to like and retweet and everything else, go ahead, have at it. I'm going to be cool with hanging out with Joe Boo, Joe Bear, and my friends. So I've got to actually go to work today, because poor people, well, we got to work and stuff. I'm going to see my buddy Chet D, who's going to be reglazing some tubs for me and stuff. So that's a great thing. And of course, I get to be with my son, Michael Anthony Fitness. To me, that's living the dream. I couldn't ask for anything more, although I could ask to be Tony Romo. Tony Romo, for anybody who thinks that, oh my God, Tony Romo, he'd be a great quarterback coach or offensive coordinator or head coach. I kept saying to you guys, or better yet, some of you say it would be better for him to come back on the field. And Tony Romo is living his best life. One, everybody loves him. There's nobody out there dogging Tony Romo right now. He's got 17 weeks of regular season, 2 weeks now of preseason, 3 weeks of playoffs, and maybe the Super Bowl every other year. Other than that, he can hang out with his beautiful wife and his kids. His body is in shape where he can go out and play golf and try and live out his second dream of being a professional golfer. He can pick up his kids. And of course, he doesn't have to listen to all the hate out there of being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. And on top of it, he just signed on for $17 million. So when you start thinking about this, and people said, oh man, he'd coach. I'm like, why would he coach? Because even the head coaches aren't making $17 million. Even that, well, is John Gruden? John Gruden might be making that. But still, unless you're the head coach. And you know what the head coach and the guys and all are doing right now? They're working. They've been working since they got hired on getting the staff together, coming up with game plans, looking at game films. There's no off season for coach. You are in the pressure cooker. Tony Romo, does that guy look like he's under any pressure right now? I'm happy for him. I'm ecstatic for him because he took his day job, something he loves, and turned it into a career that'll continue after football. Well, after playing football. So I'm not mad at him at all. I'm very happy for him. And I'm glad that he was able to get out. I'm glad he was able to get out while he was still physically able to, because seeing Charles Haley get both his knees replaced at 56, You know, and no, it's just too soon. So the NFL, we got everybody at the combine, you know, working out and things. We got players and stuff talking to agents, agents talking to teams, teams talking to other teams and things like that. There's still rumors out there that, you know, Matthew Stafford wants out of the Lions. And it's funny because I got another guy on Twitter who just thinks that Dak Prescott with his BB gun arm, as he puts it, his BB gun arm, should be replaced. And so he's like, you know, Matthew Stafford's going to be the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. And I'm kind of like, Matthew Stafford? What has Matthew Stafford done? He had Megatron, a generational wide receiver. The Lions? Come on, man. Seriously? Why don't you just say, I hate Dak and I just hate Dak? I just hate Dak. Just say that. Because some of these situations that you're looking at, you know, Matthew Stafford's cap hit this year is $29 million. The highest in the NFL. He's older than Dak. He certainly hasn't had more success than Dak Prescott, I can tell you that. So it's just kind of ridiculous. But here's the thing. The CBA is probably going to pass. There's enough young players that look at it and say, I'm not worried about 10 years down the road. I'm worried about right now so I can get my contract. And basically the NFL, they're not colluding, but they're colluding. They're saying, oh, well, we're going to wait till after the CBA is passed before we do these deals. So, you know, if you're sitting there itching and saying, I want to sign my deal, and you're saying, well, we got to get this thing passed first. You know, because, you know, the Cowboys are saying, well, we'll deal with the deals after the contract. So you got Amari Cooper, you got Dak Prescott, you got possibly a Byron Jones, you got Robert Quinn that you're talking about, guys that you want to keep. So you're putting the urgency on to those guys to vote for the CBA. Deshaun Watson, he knows, well, you know, I want to get my deal, and Pat Mahomes wants to get his. And if you are Kansas City and things like that, you know that there's a little bit more money that will go into the salary cap because of the new deal. And at the moment, the cap, they're projecting it to be $200 million, not the $197 that they thought. So there's $3 million more there. So Cowboys have about $80 million right now, and there may kick up a little bit more with the new deal for this year as well. So there's that. Here's where it gets to be interesting because we know because of the CBA, Randy Gregory has not yet, but is planning on applying for reinstatement because of changing the rules and the policy that'll take effect because of the CBA. And that gives him a chance to not worry about being, you know, busted for weed and suspended. Off the field, that's the only issue he's had. And when you think about some of the other guys that have been, you know, in trouble for various serious issues that are now have been reinstated, and you think about him being banned for as long as he has, basically just for smoking weed, it's kind of like, wow. You know, so that'll change. So we don't know what Randy Gregory has as far as shape-wise and things like that, but if he can play, that helps the Dallas Cowboys because defensive line is where we have issues, and he's still on his rookie contract. So you're talking about him costing peanuts. Might not be a bad idea. David Irving is also talking about trying to apply for reinstatement, and the air has been cleared of Jason Garrett being gone. He was a little bit more, a few more issues than Randy Gregory, but you know what? You find a way to make players play. And one other note here. Laramie Tunsil, who, before the draft had come around, this video was found of Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil with the gas mask bong. Laramie Tunsil right now, he started out with Miami Dolphins. He's with the Texans. Right now, is looking for a contract extension as a left tackle for $19 to $20 million. Think about that. $20 million for a left tackle. And this is where sometimes when you make a big contract and a big splash with it, it ends up being a good thing. Because right now, Tyron Smith, when they made his contract, $97 million contract in 2013, I remember it because I met him, and he met Joe Boo, and it was 2 days later he got that contract. $97 million. And people are like, oh my God, you can't pay an offensive lineman that kind of money. That was literally quarterback money. But as we sit right now, even though we've restructured his contract twice because we needed some money, because they built in triggers in there. So that way, if we're short on cash, basically we convert some of the money to guaranteed money, and we get relief this year, and we spread it out over the lifetime of the contract. Even with them doing that not once but twice, his cap hit is only $13 million this year. So when you think about that 8-year deal for $97 million, it actually averaged out to 11. First couple of years seemed like a whole lot, but down the road, it's not, because salaries continue to rise. They're not going backwards. You might be a record setter today. Tomorrow, somebody else is going to get another one. And that continues. And I bring him up because, see, Deshaun Watson is another guy who is in line to get paid, and he's waiting for Pat Mahomes to get his deal. Pat Mahomes is not looking to go ahead and get a team-friendly deal, even though his team only has $13 million. Now, the Texans are in a little bit better shape because they got 55. But if they end up paying $20 million here, and then they do Deshaun Watson's deal, they've got a lot of holes in their team that they need to fill. So when you talk about leaving money on the table for others, I don't hear that here with the Texans, where they don't have as much cash as the Cowboys. They're in the same boat we are, but in worse shape. Kansas City, they're in the same boat, but even worse because they only have $13 million. So we'll see how those guys, or what those guys do, see if they take team-friendly deals. But the Cowboys, as much as you don't want to hear it, but the Cowboys are better off if they can sign him for, say, a 6-year contract and, pay him more per year, because 6 years from now, the money you're paying him is chump change. As opposed to Kirk Cousins getting a 3-year deal worth $88 million, $28 a year, where he's going to go ahead and do another one at the current levels. You follow me? Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that, and I got to hit the road because Jet D is going to be waiting on me. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon.